If anybody can look at what's happening now in the world of sport and say it's normal for all of these people to be having heart issues in football matches, cricket matches, basketball matches, any sport you wish, these people, the amount of people that are suffering is going through the roof.
I have seen so many people, so many incidents of young, fit, healthy sports people collapsing on their fields of play, and it's just not normal, and yet the media seem to be normalising it, and nobody seems to be paying any attention whatsoever to this huge rise that has gone on.
McDonalds, 10 cigs in one day, a chocolate addiction that will make you puke, hearts and livers. Sit back, fellas, because today we bring you the eating secrets of some of your favourite footballers. And first up, we have none other than Mario Balotelli, and my guy is addicted to guess what? Nah, not food, otherwise he would have a very successful career. Not like he hasn't already been successful, but he smokes a lot. So much that his coach had to reprimand him and punish him for smoking. Do you know once he left out of a game because the coach was angry at him for smoking? Yeah, my guy has to do better than that. Why always me? He must have asked that question a lot because he is a junk food addict. He loves them so much that he just parks his car outside his favourite restaurant and his order is served. This doesn't end there. And the 10+ cigarettes a day on top of this have made things worse. Super Mario, it's time you pack up your bag because football isn't for you, my guy. But what if I tell you, even some of the biggest names in football have a junk food addiction as well. Like, look at my boy Ramos. He used to eat McDoubles like the doctor prescribed him. One thing about him, he wasn't the diet freak he is nowadays. When he arrived at Sevilla, my guy was even skinnier than me. For real, I would have won a fist fight against him back in the days, man. But not now though, because he is a beast now. Don't think I'm gonna win something against him now, what do you guys think? And all of this came at a price. Do you know my guy does grocery shopping himself? Yeah, he puts in extra hours to select the right meal for him, drinking black coffee 4 times a day or eating whole grain bread, fish cod, and fruits. On top of that, he does his heavy extra long workout 3 times a week without eating anything. Well, safe to say that the results are showing on his body. I mean, look at his body, it's in such fine form. No one can beat him in a 1v1 play. No wonder he's so good at football. But you know, not every player is a diet freak. Like my man Eden Hazard. He got his big money move from Chelsea to Real Madrid in 2019, and this was thought to be the turning point in his career, but meh. Things just haven't been on his side since. He's grown fat and old, and he simply can't run. No jokes, on my day, even I can run faster than Hazard. But he wasn't like this all the time. He was a menace, a beast when he used to play for Chelsea. His dribbling was out of this world. He was one of the greatest dribblers of the game, and his wing play was second to none. What happened to my boy then? Yeah, well, let me tell you fellas, if your mum hates junk food, that is not without any reason. It has destroyed Eden's career. He's addicted to hamburgers, pizzas, and fries. These are his daily dosage of medication. He simply cannot live without them. Talk about junk food addiction, do you know my guy Inoa is addicted to ice cream? And well, most footballers are famous for their football. Some are good dribblers, some are good goal scorers, but not my guy Inoa. He's famous for his dietary habits. He eats 3 cones of ice creams a day. Yes, 3 cones. I haven't that much in a week, but my dude eats them every day. In fact, he's tried every flavour of ice cream that there is. And he's moving like Stanley the Manly. Imagine eating so much you get famous for eating? My man doesn't have to imagine, as he's on his way to becoming one of the greatest sumo wrestlers of all time if he continues to eat like this. He may not have had a very successful playing career, but his eating career sure has led him to new heights. Talk about going to new heights. Only some can replicate what Lewandowski has done in his career. But this hasn't come at a price for him, and no, my guy wasn't always the greatest striker of all time. But once he was as skinny as me and you, in fact, he was so skinny he was released by his 3rd Division youth team despite scoring 15 goals a season for them. But Lewa took things to a next level, and guess who helped him achieve that? His own wife. Maybe the proverb behind every successful man there is a woman is true after all, because this woman changed his life. She herself was an athlete, and she transformed his daily routines from gym works to sleep schedule and even the recovery hours. His girl was telling him everything, and Lewa is a good boy. He listened to her, otherwise we may not have seen the play that we see every day and the player who was the player of the year in 2021. Fine margins, haha. But not every player of the year has such a strict diet. Even some of the greatest players of all time don't follow such strict routines, like my guy Messi. He's addicted to chocolates, fizzy drinks, and whatnot. In fact, when he came to La Masia, his first revolutionary move was to get the vending machine out of the stadium. He used to drink so much Coke, and that was because he used to puke on the field, not because of Coca-Cola, but because of chocolates. You know, my guy is a baby himself. We knew he was a family guy, but few knew he is a baby as well. Yeah, maybe this is why he doesn't have the body like Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos is a freak of nature. Do you know he can jump higher than an average basketball player? No wonder he scored so many headed goals in his career. This is not it because he eats a meal every 4 hours. A good workout must be combined with a good diet, he states. I eat a high-protein diet with lots of whole-grain carbs, fruits and vegetables, and avoid sugary foods. The Portugal international has a personal dietitian who has worked with him ever since his Real Madrid days, eating 6 small meals a day, or 1 every 3 to 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours a day! Man spends his entire day eating. But what he eats is very healthy. Not the burgers you guys are eating while watching this video. Yes, check what my guy eats, man. Fish, particularly swordfish, sea bass and sea bream, and his favorite dish is bacalhau à brás, which is a mixture of cod, onions, thinly sliced potatoes, and scrambled eggs. That is not it, my boys, because he also eats plenty of fruits and lean proteins. At restaurants, Ronaldo says he often orders steak and salad and never anything frozen. Everything he eats is fresh. My dude likes things fresh, and why not? This strict diet has helped him maintain his goal-scoring form even at 39 years of age. Footballers are a good 5 years in retirement at this age, or are playing in Japan or Australia, but nah, my guy was playing in the Premier League and still plays for Portugal. Wow! His own teammates retired ages ago, like Wayne Rooney. He retired when he was 31. Yes, but okay, let's discuss Rooney for a bit. The guy may have retired earlier when he was in the game. He was in the game. He was one fine athlete. He was the top scorer for England. And the most prolific scorer for Manchester United. He had to be at his best, and he was. And his diet was so strict, he even had lettuce for his 36th birthday. Add the gym sessions, and you get the perfect player. Well, Rooney really was the perfect player and the best this English side has had in years. He used to celebrate his birthdays without beers and cakes, and we all know how big of a fan of beer this guy is. We've seen all the snaps. But to play at the top level comes at a price, and you gotta sacrifice a lot. Have your burgers ended? Because our video certainly has. Time for all of us to hit the gym. But before that, go check out these videos while I make a diet plan for myself. Haha.